Instructor. I teach adults and teens. I've been doing driver's education 24 years. In this masterclass, I'm reading from the final road skills evaluation. We're going to be looking at teacher intervention to maintain vehicle control. We're going to look at dangerous maneuvers. We're going to look at identifying targets. When you're driving, you need to have a lane line reference. You're going to be looking straight to the left and to the right. You also want to search ahead 15 to 20 seconds. As I'm driving, I'm going to be telling you about traffic lights, the environment and traffic, and we want to be able to judge stopping and adequate following distance. Critical skills selects the nearest lane, L-A-N-E. We want to check traffic signs and signals. We want to complete turns in the proper lane. Also under the road skills evaluation, we're looking at safe driving behaviors, yielding to pedestrians, automatically puts on seatbelts, what I'm doing, maintains proper speed, maintains a safe following distance. This information will help you become successful, will give you confidence, and you will be able to pass your road test. Let's go. All right, we got gasoline. We cleaned our windows. We're at the gas station right now. Okay, we're going to put the car into drive. You put our brake, put it in D. And whenever we look, we want to look around. I'm going to the left, so I'm looking to the left. Look where you want the car to go. And we're going to go out of the driveway. We have to yield to traffic. So I'm coming up to the edge, and I'm going to stop. Now, there's a lot of traffic here. I'm looking to my left is clear. To my right is not. But what I can do is go in the middle lane, and I can stop here. And that's what this lane is for. Now, I'm going to stop and wait for traffic. Hey, traffic just cleared. I get right over. That's one maneuver you must be able to execute. Now, we're on the Gratiot thoroughfare. This runs through Metro Detroit, through downtown. We can take the bridge over to Windsor. We can take the tunnel. We can take the 401 to go through Canada up through to New York, which I've done before. We can also take I-94 once we get on there through Detroit to Chicago, Illinois, and to Indianapolis, Indiana, if we choose to do so, and then on to other expressways such as I-80. Now, we want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. We've had several tornadoes in the last 24 to 36 hours, so there's a lot of standing water. In fact, when we were driving yesterday, my adult driver literally almost crashed. We had a lot of standing water. We did a lot of hydroplaning. I'll be putting those videos together for you. But it was a good experience for her. She finished and obtained her license yesterday. Learning to drive an expressway. We did parallel parking in downtown Mount Clemens, the trap area. She parallel parked 9 times. She went on the freeway for about 45 minutes. We finished driving on a mild highway. And this is where there was a lot of standing water, hydroplane. So she got her license, which is exciting. And that's what this channel is about. We're about showing you how to get your license, what you need to do, and to have the confidence to do it. Okay. Green does not mean go. Green means we look. Our fuel range is 375 miles. This is Gratiot, very peaceful, very relaxing. That's a nice yellow Jeep over there, right? And we're evening up about 40 miles an hour. If you look in the horizon, you will see the Mount Clemens trap area. Okay? We want to be smooth. And we want to let the traffic come to us. Now, let's talk about these pavement markings. We have a yellow pavement markings to our left. This is for left turns only. As you can see, that gray truck going right into the middle. And we have a broken white line, so we can change lanes. We're in the left lane, we can change the lanes to the right lane. The right lane can change to the left. We also have an edge line to the right. That was a pretty good blinker. And then they moved over. So that's a good example of how space changes. And if you noticed, there's another vehicle. So that's not really a significant blinker, just to turn it on. That confuses us and does not help us. Sorry about the bumps. They got back over. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, we're maintaining good speed. I want to stay in and out of the no zones of the Denali truck. And we want to keep moving, stay smooth. And this should be a pretty good view to help you understand about lane line reference. I'm using the 2 white lines in front of us. If you look to the left and right, you'll see the motion blur we're traveling. And I'm using these 2 white lines to help us. I'm not looking down. Remember what I talked about in the beginning, we're looking ahead 15 to 20 seconds. Lane line reference. Now this could be a stale green light. So we're anticipating possibly the light could change. And we're entering near the Mount Clemens downtown trap area. And we're going to follow the curve around to the left. This is a business district. There's construction. I don't know what this bus is doing. Oh, wow. All right. Road convoy, potholes, man. Wow. Okay. Man, look at this. So you never want to change lanes in the middle of the intersection. You see that right now, okay? That is dangerous and that can cause an accident. So I'm going to get over one lane. And I'm going to take my time. This lifted truck is a hazard. They keep changing lanes rapidly. They've changed lanes 3 times in less than 10 seconds. So this is an erratic lane changer. Okay? I want to show you that. And you'll be able to spot things in your driving environment. And that's what we're trying to educate you on today. So I'm going to maintain good speed. I want to stay out of the way of insignificant traffic because that can cause us to be in a side swipe, a rear-end collision. We're looking ahead. There's a red light. The black Jeep SUV pulled out. Squeezing my brakes. Taking my time. Being patient. All right, we're gonna keep moving. The light is red ahead. There's another red light. I'm scanning the intersection. And we're gonna show you real life. I'm getting over one lane to the left, anticipating a car may be cutting me off. We're right at the speed limit. And now we have an open lane. There are dealerships, automotive shops. So we want to be a defensive driver and anticipate people pulling out of McDonald's, Tim Hortons, because people get coffee, which is fine. They get food. This black vehicle's not moving. OG Impala. And we're going to continue moving. I see 2 yellow lights, but 2 green. I don't think we're going to make those because we're trapped behind the Impala. which is fine. We're not racing. Everything is good. But when the flow is a little bit slower, you're going to anticipate probably not making the light. I'm going to get over one lane and accelerate through. And we want to continue. We may make these two lights. We're already here. We don't want to slam brakes. And we're through. So you have a right to proceed through with caution. We're going to get back over one lane to the left, get back to our open lane, and we're back at the posted speed limit. Your lane changes should be very smooth. They should not be jerky. They're from Wisconsin. You're probably saying, why are you telling me this? Because we need to anticipate where drivers are from. And this should be a clean video. I'm looking at the surrounding environment. You can see blinkers, traffic lights, road signs. And in this masterclass, we're going to break down every element of driving. And Gratiot offers a peaceful drive. My hands are at 10 and 2. Really nice speed control. And by being an instructor, teaching 24 years, and driving over 21,000 students in my career, I have the data to look at tendencies of drivers, and we'll be putting together some digital products we're going to be updating, and you'll be able to get your masterclass lesson plan that will have state objectives, linked videos, and tutorials, because I am an educator, I am a state certified instructor, and I want to give you information. Okay, we're kind of heading into a pack of cars, so I want to stay in the middle for now. I'm using the SIPDE process. You're probably saying, well, what is that? Well, I'm an instructor, and we want to leave an out. You never want to tailgate. I feel pretty safe. I don't want to get any closer to this Jeep. I am going to get over one lane to the left. And you should hear the blinker minimum 3 blinks. Dealership went out of business. And I see 3 sets of green lights ahead. I see the white F-250 changing lanes. I see the Honda changing, no blinker. And I'm keeping space. We're doing commentary driving, so you see the environment. We're trying to stay out of the way of not being sideswiped. And I'm still keeping good space. The Chevy is squeezing brakes. There's nothing I can do. We're stuck now in traffic. And we're by a major thoroughfare, so there are people who are catching buses. There are pedestrians to the left. Everyone does not drive. Everyone should not be driving. But if you are taking the time to watch this, you want to learn how to drive. And the only way you're going to do that is by subscribing to the channel, being an active channel member. I want people to join the community who want to really participate. That was a little inconsistent. I don't know what they're doing. And we want to manifest great driving skills. We want to continue. We don't want to be around the Federal Express truck. We want to continue. And I want to keep moving. We're keeping our space. We're looking ahead. I'm getting over. We're not going to play games with this vehicle. And I'm keeping space. So I'm lifting my foot, giving the white Volvo an out. Now here's where the real lesson begins. We have merging traffic on I-94, toward Metro Detroit, going on to Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, Chicago. Now, we don't want to cross the white line. That's against the law. The copper-colored vehicle is breaking the law. We're having our blinker on. And I'm going to come in. They cut over right behind me. I'm going to come in right behind. And that was a great maneuver because we took our time and we followed the law. Always follow the law. So speed looks good. Being patient. Man, their axle is bent. So we're at 25 and a 75. There's nothing we can do right now. And then we're gradually going to pick up and just keep good speed and good space. This is an educational video. I am a state certified driving instructor. We're just going to sit here. It's no sense in trying to cut over right now. We're okay. And I want to teach you the right way. Now I'm going to squeeze my brakes. There's a lot of heavy traffic on I-94. And this runs across part of the Midwest. And we're at 40 in a 70 mile per hour zone. And if you want to pass your test, this is what you need to watch. You need to lock this channel in. You need to leave comments. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, you need to subscribe. Okay, here's our opportunity. We're going to get over one lane to the left. That was a pretty good lane change because we checked our blind spot, and we're maintaining a safe speed without cutting off or interrupting the flow of the traffic. That's one of the objectives we look for in evaluating drivers. And I'm gradually accelerating, and we're going to get over one more lane to the left. Smooth acceleration. Now, legally, we can do this. I read some of the comments about the Audi who was just sitting in that left lane. And legally, oh my God, you see this garbage truck? What is this driver doing? We want to stay away from vehicles like that. The no zones, left side, right side, front and back. We're gradually accelerating, gradually picking up. And we want to continue being consistent in delivering content to you daily. And I'm in the left lane, which I legally can do. There's an electric vehicle, another semi-truck, an older Ford LTD behind me, Nissan Sentra. So we're identifying vehicles. And I'm maintaining 1001, 1002. I'm about 2 second following distance. Pretty smooth. I'm going to stay consistent. Now, this 9 mile curve, it is extremely dangerous. There've been a lot of accidents on this curve, and the state and county know about it. But due to budget restraints, they're not going to level it out. I've done some research, and I have some videos on that. So we're maintaining pretty good speed. They're from Ontario. Got a Tesla. We're going to keep moving, scanning. Now, this is a pretty smooth drive. I've talked to you about Brooke. Brooke has cerebral palsy, so we're going to be getting her. No, we're going to stay here. We're going to be getting her on the expressway very soon. She has a spinner on the steering wheel, and she has hand controls. My dad had hand controls on his vehicle, so I have training in that. And we have some videos that are going to be dropping that are talking about people with cerebral palsy. So we're taking good speed right now. And by being a state certified instructor, I have the experience and the expertise to teach people. So if you're seeking that intensive training, you need to reach out. I am not cheap, but you get what you pay for. I'm lifting my foot a little bit. I'm taking my time. I'm being patient. And I'm trying to move consistently without oversteering. And you can tell by how I'm holding the wheel, how smooth we are. We're not going real fast, but we're going fast enough to stay with the flow of the traffic. And I'm going to get over one lane to the right. And I'm trying to be really smooth. This is really curvy. Okay, and I'm holding this wheel pretty good here. Okay, there's another Audi. I don't know if you guys remember the Audi Quattro commercials. Quattro! I'll try to link it in. They're from Oklahoma. Woo, they're far away. Okay, I'm taking my time. There's a backup, so now we're going to downshift. Yes, we hit about 3,000 RPM, so you can downshift too. And I'm using the car's engine power as well as braking power to slow us down. And we're about 2,000 RPMs, and you can downshift and allow the power of the engine. Now I can upshift again. And then we drop down to about 1,500. Here's our good following distance again. And if you really want to learn, you need to be watching what I'm doing. You need to be subscribing to the channel. And you need to lock in because this is a masterclass. We're not just here making videos. Okay? We want to move you toward signing up for driving, getting our newsletter, and getting our digital products. Okay? And we own this content because I'm the one putting it together. I'm the one editing it. So if you're a producer and you're trying to get this on TV, and TV is big in all platforms. We are live on all platforms. And this would be a great documentary scene. We're not in Canada, but Canada's Worst Drivers. I look at that for educational purposes. I look at on-scene TV, which I show in my class. I look at Wham Bam Tesla. Love you guys. Great show, man. All about learning how to drive. We need to have new and current information. A lot of the drivers here curriculum is 10, 12, 15 years old. It's not really going to help the next generation drivers. So I create this content to educate our future drivers. And as soon as you make it to put out there, it's old. So this would be a long form video, masterclass, and then we'll edit it into Reels, TikToks, Shorts, and then we have a podcast. So I'm taking my time, keeping my space. And I'm showing you the traffic that's around us. You see it. But we're trying to stay consistent and putting out good content with the goal of getting you to sign up for driving and asking questions, getting the newsletter. Now I'm going to turn on my right turn signal. We have to get off on Ross. We're going to move forward, move up. And we're going to keep space and take our time. And right now I'm nervous because we're on an off ramp. People are doing 75, 80, 90, and we can get rear-ended. My nephew got hit. He got rear-ended, and he got pushed. He drove a Dodge Journey, awesome vehicle, and he got pushed into another vehicle. Okay? So we're going to take our time, keep our space, and look around us. And you got to be patient. I'm trying to be in a relaxed state, and that's what you should be when you drive. And that's why hopefully you enjoy this. So we're going up the ramp. I'm checking mirrors. I always look around, whether we were live or not. You must look around. Okay, we're going up the ramp. The service ramp is to the right. And this is a great area for practicing merging, exiting, merging, exiting, merging, exiting. Every instructor is different. Every driving company is different. Every instructor has a different level of expertise. There's some great instructors. Okay, there's an instructor in the UK I watch. She's now doing blogging, going to different countries. She has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and over 1 million on TikTok. I believe she sells digital products. So there's some really good instructors, and we all are a community, and we're all about helping all of you learn how to drive. learn how to become your best authentic self, because isn't this what it's about? And I'm shouting out Mr. Road Ready from the Michigan, Detroit area. I'm going around to the left. This is a crossover. And we're going to try to meet as many of those instructors as possible to build a community for driver's education, social media. And I'm going to take my time. They're from Texas. You probably say, how do you know that? I spot the license plate. I'm looking at the driver. Are they tired? We're now on a service drive, 30 miles an hour. This is how your brain has to move. They just put out in front of us. Really dangerous. That causes problems. So we always talk about being a defensive driver. And we're going to come up and stop. S-T-O-P. Turn on our right turn signal. If you want to learn how to drive, you need to be subscribing. You need to be locking in these fundamentals. We're going to turn on our left turn signal. And we're going to continue to push ourselves. And we want to practice good parking fundamentals. And we're going to turn our wheel. We have to stay consistent. We're going to turn on our left turn signal. And we're going to come in and park. Now, because this is an educational class, we're looking at the final road evaluation. I have the material you need, and we'll make a digital modification to this. We'll get this out to you so you can evaluate yourself. You can evaluate, Mom, we think you need to take some classes. Hey, Mr. Myles, are you available? Hey, Uncle, we contacted Mr. Myles. We set up some lessons. I have what you need. Let's go down to the following dangerous driver maneuvers will result in an automatic fail. Students must perform at least 2 maneuvers for an automatic fail. You disobey a regulatory sign, stop sign. You speed 10 or more over the limit. You strike an object. Failure to yield. Those are some of the things that will cause an automatic fail. You need to do too. Next, under stopping and starting, pre-driving checks. Always put on your seatbelt. Lock your door. Adjust your seat, then your mirrors. Under backing straight, backing and turning, you want to be able to search your mirrors, look over your shoulder. You put your right arm on your seat. This turns your torso. You look. If you're just coming in, you need to subscribe. This is a live masterclass. Visual skills. I'm going to hit 2. Identifying targets, potholes, a pedestrian walking to the left. Turning head to identify targets when turning. If you're going right, you need to turn right. If you're going left, you need to turn left. Next, checking mirrors regularly. I went over 3. Checking your mirrors regularly. You have to look around. Center mirror, side mirrors, driver's side. Now, I do have a dash cam. We're going to update and get a new one. And maybe I can contact Wham Bam Tesla Cam and reach out to them. Next, visual targets, identifying targets. The man walking with the dog. You see him walking. Next, turns head and identifies targets. If I'm going to the left, I turn to the left. If I'm going to the right, I turn to the right. Uses a proper hand balance, 8 and 4, 10 and 2, where you have both hands and wheel. Now, my student, Brooke, she has a spinner because she has cerebral palsy. So she has a little spinner knob at the top left, at probably the 10 o'clock position. So she spins it with her left hand. She's left hand dominant. She has a right hand control. Up is to slow down. Back is to accelerate. More on her later. Under turns and turnabouts, selects the nearest lane and checks traffic and signals. Let's continue. I'm hitting 2 areas. Please be patient and stay locked in. Under controlled and uncontrolled intersections, looks for an open space. Left or right, excuse me, I burped. Left or right, I'm human, and this is why you love the channel. I'm not going to edit that out. Obeys traffic signs and signals. Under lane changes, we're hitting 2. There are 4 signals and checks mirrors. Inside mirror, Gradually moves into the lane, crosses 3 or 4 lines. Under curves, we're going to mention 2, therefore, enters curve at the appropriate speed, gradually increases speed at the apex. Under parking, perpendicular parking and angle right side, and parallel parking, which we have some videos on. We'll get those out to you. I want to do a quality job. I don't want to just throw out content to throw out content. The goal is just to get you to sign up for the newsletter, to get you into our masterclass, and to answer your questions. Next, lane changes, checks mirrors and blind spots, turns head to check blind spot. There's one to our left, there's one to our right. Expressway, there's 6, we'll mention 2. Accelerates to proper speed. We talked about the 4,000 RPM merge. That lady is flying through the parking lot. What the? Ooh, if I would have got her, she would have killed me. Identifies and selects the proper gap. Under safe driving, we'll mention 4, there are 10. Automatically puts on seatbelt. We've talked about this. 2, maintains proper speed at all times. 3, maintains safe following distance. Minimum gap of 3 seconds, 1001, 1002, 1003. Demonstrates proper use of mirrors. On your evaluation, you'll have to put your name, the name of the instructor's signature, student signature. If it's an automatic fail, what happened and how many points. Where I'm from is 24 points. Where you may be from, it could be 15, it could be 10. You need to subscribe. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. I've been doing driver's education 24 years. I've taught over 21,000 students. We'll go live later. Thank you. Bye.